them on in, bring them on in. Good afternoon. Your Royal Highness, ladies and gentlemen. I felt that I should first of all introduce myself. I know quite a lot of people here, but not everybody. My name is Robbie Whiteman. I am convener of the Scottish Coastal Rowing Association. It is my pleasure to be the convener of the Scottish Coastal Rowing Association. For those that don't know, the purpose of the association is to promote boat building in Scotland and to promote the racing and recreational use of rowing boats around the coast of Scotland as well. We are, however, also, for the time being, the International Class Association for the St Ayles Skiff, at least until we manage to find an international association to take over from us. Now, just by way of background, for me, and I know for one or two others that are standing here, this is quite a surreal moment. Because just 3 years ago, the Scottish Coastal Rowing Association was formed, and just 4 years ago, it wasn't really even an idea. When the idea first came along, it was a museum project, and then suddenly it became the possibility of being a Fife coastal rowing project, and then, whoa, hold on, there's other people interested in this, let's make it the Scottish coastal rowing project, and now, how come, but we are an international friendship and rowing project. How good is that? To say, just in praise of one particular person, that Ian Outred, who the museum asked to design the skiff, has done a fantastic job. He is a world-renowned small boat designer. He's a resident of Skye, and he was asked by the Scottish Fisheries Museum to design a boat suitable to build at the museum, but also for communities to use for coastal rowing. And I think he has done a fantastic job. It's a beautiful craft, it's a stable craft, it's a very seaworthy craft, and we all love it. Alec Jordan, myself, and the Fisheries Museum, the idea was set running, but it's not us that's made this happen. We set the idea loose. But, and here I address all the skiffies in the tent, it is you and others within your own communities that have taken it on, developed it, enjoyed it, revelled in it, loved it, and then spread it. So well done to all of you. Each and every one of the boats that's out there on the beach, and indeed this one here, represents a successful community project. The community for each of these boats has funded it, found somewhere to build it, built it, painted it, named it, always an important part of it that involves the whole community, launched it, rowed it, raced it. And each stage of that has involved people from your whole community and drawn the whole community together. Your communities will be proud that you represent them at the first St Ayles Skiff World Championships. Now, all these communities that you represent have come together to race at these championships. We're in competition with each other, some more than others, but our friendships grow stronger. Communities that are here have helped each other to get here. They've encouraged each other, and I'm sure they will help each other out during the week. If you're short of a bit for your boat, or of a rower for that matter, another community will step in to help you. Your Royal Highness, on behalf of all the skiff rowers here, I would like to thank you for taking an interest in what we do. It's a pleasure to have you here today. It's an honour to have you here opening the Skiff World Championships. And we very much appreciate the recognition that that brings us as, shall we say, a community. Also, however, I'd like to turn to Ullapool, the whole village of Ullapool, and in particular, Ullapool Coastal Rowing Club, who are hosting us for this week. The idea for hosting the first World Championships came from Ullapool. Others were asked if they thought that they could do it too. Lots of people thought they could do it, but once they saw the enthusiasm, the energy and the ideas that Ullapool had, everybody knew that this was the right place to have the first St Ayles Skiff World Championships. And thus started a year of hard work and inspiration. So Ullapool, your village is buzzing, your whole community is involved, There's huge enthusiasm, and we are all being made to feel so welcome already. We're really looking forward to the week ahead. And on behalf of all the skiffies here, we promise to do justice to your hard work in bringing us here. We promise to race to the best of our ability. We promise to respect all the officials and to respect your village. We promise to party really, really hard. We promise to enjoy the spirit of international friendship and cooperation both on and off the water. So thank you, Liverpool. And I would now like to introduce to you Fiona MacDonald, who is the Secretary of Liverpool Coastal Rowing Club, a very good resident of Liverpool, and is going to say a few words. Thank you.
Your Royal Highness, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Liverpool Coastal Rowing Club and Liverpool Harbour Trust, I'd like to extend a very warm welcome to you all here today and to the very first St Ayles Skiff World Championships. We're really very, very pleased to have you all here. It's fantastic to see so many of you, and not only from the UK, but from Tasmania, the United States and from Holland. We were very sorry last week to hear that the New Zealand entry had to withdraw. We'd had rather hilarious visions of a haka and a Highland fling going on along there before races. So it's a great pity that they weren't able to make it. So anyway, very, very many thanks to you all for being here today, and 100,000 welcomes to all of you who have travelled from near and far. And we really do hope that you have a great week with us. I was going to say, I very nearly didn't get involved in this rowing project at all. And thanks to the continued persistence of my neighbour, that I should be part of this interesting upcoming project in 2009 this was. He kept on, and I think eventually, to get him to be quiet, I finally agreed to get involved. And now I really cannot imagine life without this whole skiff project that we have here. It's absolutely fantastic. And I don't know what we would do to fill our time without it. It's amazing how things change. And Ella, as some of you will know, was launched in the spring of 2010. And since that time, we as a club have come on leaps and bounds, and we have achieved some really fantastic things. The majority of us have learned to row completely from scratch. We've cemented old friendships, we've made some, and in some cases some unlikely, new friendships too. We've baked thousands of pounds worth of cakes and scones, and we've been to regattas all over Scotland, which have been hugely enjoyed by all of us. We rowed down the Thames last year in the Queen's Diamond Jubilee celebrations, and that was another fantastic day. Made some new friends there who are actually here today. I say that they are from Manningtree. So, yeah, in all it's been an absolutely amazing journey, and every year gets more and more exciting. My girls will be looking at me now thinking what next, but next year we'll be tackling something else. We just don't quite know what it is yet. So stand by. Since our bid to host the World Championships was accepted by the Scottish Coastal Rowing Association, a group of us have worked to arrange this week, and I have to say a huge, huge thank you to very many people. Liverpool Harbour Trust have been brilliant and hugely supportive to the whole thing, and without their support I think we would not all be here today. So I think a big cheer for Liverpool Harbour Trust. Local businesses, both large and small, have long supported the idea of the St Ayles Skiff World Championships, and the local people have got behind the fundraising and organising effort in a most incredible fashion. We've had great community support all the way along, and this has buoyed all of us so much. I thank my fellow Worlds Committee members who are dotted around here, Mr Whiteman included, for all their work. And I think I should also probably thank our spouses for their patience throughout this whole project as well. Thanks, as Robbie has said, to the Scottish Fishery Museum, to Ian Outford and Alec Jordan for beginning the St Ayles Skiff project, without whom all of this would clearly not have happened. And I think now all that remains for me to do is to thank you, ma'am, for being here today, taking an interest in the Skiff Championships, and I would ask that you could declare us officially open, please.
You can open the World Championships, but I'm delighted to have been asked to be part of this, the build-up to the first race, which I think will be very exciting. Can I say a big thank you to all of you for taking up what was a very original concept. The Skiff has a good history, interesting history, but would have been not everybody's first choice as I think a rowing boat. So the design they've come up with, and the history that has come with it, I think has been a huge encouragement. Here it says benefiting the community through health, competition, fitness, and skills building. There's a circle here, maybe skills building, fitness, competition, and health. What it doesn't put in there is cake making. Because somehow that seems to be an integral part of this. And whether it's the result of all this fitness competition, or whether it's because of the cake making, I'm not quite sure, but it has a role to play, both in fundraising and the fitness that comes after it. So well done, the cake makers. And for those of you who have never rowed before, or have taken to this, well done. It's not a bad idea, is it? And it's so much more interesting than rowing machine. The only reason I learned to row was that I never caught anything when we all went fishing, so I did the rowing. So I can do that. But there is a lot more fun to be had from rowing than most people think, and your presence here rather underlines that. It's not necessarily the competition, because the other bit that's missing is social, and it is very much a social gathering. And for all of those here in Liverpool who've come together as a community to not only have the clubs and the rowing here, but to provide the backdrop for this World Skiff Championship, it is very much coming together in a social event. And I'm sure you will enjoy it, partly because this is a lovely place to come to, and partly because all the effort you put in will result in a whole lot of enjoyment afterwards, however hard you party. So again, my thanks and my congratulations to all of those of you who got the championship to this point. And I'm sure it will be difficult not to happen again. So my very best wishes to all of you, but I'm delighted to inaugurate, perhaps is a better word, the first St Ayles Skiff World Championships, and all the skiffies here present.
Ha ha ha.